Something that I noticed yesterday is that if it had not been for this little program, I would not have noticed yesterday. What I mean is that if I hadn't been in the midst of creating a year-long daily web series, and that if you hadn't been in the midst of watching a year-long daily web series, that the fact that yesterday was 2011's 100th day would not have mattered to either of us. Clearly this is a derivative of not usually counting the days of a year, but if someone wakes you up early in the morning on the 100th day of 2012, which, please note, would be April 9th, correct? And told you it's the 100th day of 2012, how are you going to celebrate? I hypothesize that you would probably say something along the lines of, who cares? Maybe that's what the program is all about, celebrating 2011, something that's greater than the sum of its parts, by celebrating individually each of its 365 parts. Maybe it's about the inherent and oftentimes hidden importance of the day, and by that right the importance of its divisions, or hours, and by that right the importance of their divisions, moments. Maybe it's about making the moment count for something. Or maybe it's just about making terrible rap videos with sparse and probably incorrect usage of ebonics. Yeah, it's probably about that. In any case, thanks for sticking around, viewer, but I'm obligated to tell you that it could very well be all downhill from here. Good afternoon, butt kickers. It's April 11, the 101st day of 2011, which means it's probably somebody's birthday, but I don't show favoritism. Actually, yes I do. Happy birthday, Mom. Did you know that Apollo 13 was launched on your birthday? Did you also know that the very first personal computer made by Apple, the Apple I, built by Steve Wozniak himself, was created on your birthday? And now I just have to figure out which of those two things is the bigger disaster. On the one hand, you have a space mission that went horribly wrong but didn't kill anybody, and on the other hand, you have a company that profits from brainwashing stupid people and making their own products obsolete and irrelevant with newer versions of their very own products.
The iPad 2! Buy it because we said so! Obey us!
Oh, hi, thanks, doing fine. My iPad is broken, and I see out front that you guys do repairs. Okay, let me look at that, sir. Oh, here's your problem. See, this is an iPad 1. This came out an entire year ago. Well, yeah, so what's your point? Well, I'm sorry, but the only fix that I can offer at this time is throwing this iPad away, telling you how the quality of your life is directly proportional to your ownership of and devotion to the iPad 2, and then selling you an iPad 2. Wait, what's the difference between the 1 and the 2? Oh, the iPad 2 is 33% thinner, twice as fast, and 150% more likely to make people think you're a douche. And buying this is a better option than to just get my first iPad fixed? Well, it costs more, which is always the better choice. Well, I can't argue with logic like that. I'll take it. Excellent choice, sir. Let me get you all set up. Oh, and purchasing an iPad 2 comes with a tattoo free of charge. We can set that up today if you'd like. Oh, well, what's the tattoo say? Oh, it will say Apple Slave number 5348754. I'm sorry if I'm coming off a little anti-Apple here. That may or may not be tied to the fact that I am anti-Apple. But hey, if you want to spend your hard-earned money on the newest, sleekest, sexiest tidbit of techno debris, then you are perfectly entitled to do so. I will not stop you. Goodness knows that some of you use an Apple product to view this very web show, and so I'm sorry for betraying a hardware which did me a service. But for those of you who are watching this on your MacBook or your iPhone or your iPad 2, then you might want to check with Apple on their return policy for souls. Until tomorrow, I'm Griff, and I'm still talking.